Hello people, AndyPaul is here and this is Guitar Guru channel. I'm a Fender guy myself, but you know that Fenders are made in China, Korea, Mexico, United States, right? And the big question is, which one is better? And basically, main difference is gonna be between Mexican made and American made because they are most popular. So today we're gonna talk about difference between Mexican Stratocaster and made in USA Stratocaster. We will rule out Indonesian made, Chinese or Korean because typically it's worse quality, right? And you want a better quality guitar for yourself. You're trying to pick which one and for which use case you would use for yourself. Mexican or American, and you can see that they look very, very similar. Okay, so they look similar, built electronics, the way they put pickups, switcher, like 5-position switcher, voice and tone knobs, even inputs are pretty much exactly the same. But how do you know which one is Mexican and which one is American? So here's a trick. On newer models, it's not that obvious, and they've hidden it for a reason. They don't want you to know right up front if it's made in USA or not. So they put it in the back side of the neck headstock. It says made in Mexico underneath, and it has a number, right? In a similar fashion, when you deal with American made Stratocaster, you will see made in USA on the other side of the headstock. That's how you know. And of course, you will see the difference in the price. Of course, American made is gonna be more expensive. What makes it more expensive is basically wood, accessories, type of labor, right? The labor cost is higher. Basically, to rent a space for your factory in the United States is going to be more expensive compared to Mexico, and so on. But technically, the simple truth about that is that Mexican Stratocaster is made in Mexico, and I mean wooden parts. And United States is made in America, California state. But there is more to it. Stay tuned. Now, difference in price. Mexican made will go for about $500 a piece. And I mean around. It can be $350, it can be $700, right? Just keep in mind that Fender Stratocaster comes in different editions. Again, Mexican, $500, ballpark. American, this one is specifically 60th anniversary edition, and these ones have most expensive accessories and build and even finish, right? And you know it's anniversary by this little coin that says 60, or recently they released 75 years for Fender factory, and 75 anniversary is the most expensive one, surprisingly. All right, so this time it does not go with the older the better or more price. 75th is the newest one, but it's gonna cost you about $2,500, while 6th anniversary or professional edition will be somewhere close to $2,000. So here we got 4 times more expensive guitar compared to similar model made in Mexico. Well, difference in wood that is used for American and Mexican Stratocaster. American is made of ash, and they say it's more dense wood, so allegedly it's supposed to give you better sustain, while Mexican made of alder. I will put a detailed description in the article in the description under this video. Interestingly, Mexican-made Fender Stratocaster has a very unique way of setting the fret wires inside the actual piece of wood of the neck of that guitar. There is no separate additional fretboard or fingerboard. So this is how they made Stratocasters in 1954 when they just started this model. That's absolutely insane. Metal fret wires are inside your neck, not the fretboard. On American one, you will see that it's a newer design where frets are installed into a rosewood fretboard. In terms of electronics, surprisingly for both USA made, Mexico made, electronics are made either in Taiwan or Mexico. So here there is no difference which one you pick, right? So it's gonna be made in the same place. However, when it comes to pickups, you will see a huge difference. Pickups for made in USA, Stratocasters are made in California, United States of America, while Mexican pickups are made in Mexico or Korea. So what I did for my Mexican Strat, I just replaced. I bought more expensive and more upscale noiseless pickups made in the United States and installed it in Mexican guitar. So I found this Mexican Stratocaster on sale for $370. It was listed for $500, I believe, for $550, and I got it for $370. And I bought these pickups separately for $120. So altogether, it did cost me about $500 for a guitar that sounds very similar to American-made professional series. That's what you can do on your own. Purchase the guitar and replace pickups. Well, Fender Stratocaster is the king of kings in guitar world and arguably the best electric guitar ever made. The key thing about Fender Stratocaster is that it gives you very crisp and breaking glass type of sound that you cannot get from other brands and models. Regarding famous guitarists, they play Fender Stratocaster. Just to name a few, because majority of them play Fender Stratocaster. You've probably heard about Steve Ray, Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, Ritchie Blackmore, or David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. You will see when you start playing clean sound on Stratocaster how it fills the room with sound. You can play solo and it sounds like solo guitar. As soon as you do harmony, fills the room with sound harmonically, which is amazing. And here's the exact same piece on Mexican Stratocaster, and if you think that it will give you less presence or less fulfillment, you are wrong. Same piece on Mexican. You see, Mexican Stratocaster gives you same presence, same fulfillment, and crystal clear, clean sound, something like that. Although there is one area where Mexican Stratocaster definitely yields to American, its drive and distortion sound. Here's Mexican model and it's professional, made in Mexico Stratocaster. Here's drive and distortion on one single coil pickup. Now exactly same piece on American-made Fender with humbucker. that is doubled pickup near the bridge. It's gonna be more powerful. It gives you true heavy metal or thrash metal sound, and that's in comparison that same piece in E minor. Now you can see that the biggest difference between American made, Mexican made is basically drive distortion type of sound, especially if you have humbucker on American made. It sounds more powerful, more sustained, punchier, and richer, right? There is one more detail before we go for use cases. If you played guitar or you talked to professional guitarists, musicians before, they say when you go to a music store, always, before you even plug in to an amplifier, just get the guitar on your knee. Lean with your ear to the wooden part of guitar. And when you play, see what kind of sound it gives you through the wood resonance, right? So your ear goes straight to the wood part. And you will hear a little bit of a difference between American and Mexican. It's very hard to put into words, but I would say one word that describes it, that wood ash on American-made Stratocaster sounds more noble, right? If you compare it to Mexican, if it makes sense. You guys put your thoughts in the comments under this video. Let me know what you think about that. Maybe your preference is Mexican, but we will talk about use cases and who would need Mexican-made or United States-made Stratocaster and for which use case. So the most interesting part, reasons to pick Mexican Stratocaster over American. First of all, cost. As you can see, it's 4 times cheaper than American-made. Is it 4 times better for American guitar? Definitely not the case, right? So if you're on a budget or you are a beginner guitarist or you want to use it for gigs and performances like live performances, Mexican Stratocaster will do just fine. You will still have pretty much same crisp, clear sound and very good string separation when you play Mexican Stratocaster. Now, reasons to pick American-made Stratocaster, especially if it's professional edition, signature edition, or special edition or anniversary, like this particular one, 60th anniversary Fender Stratocaster. Well, first, it's prestige. I know it's lame, it sounds cheesy, but you want high-end things in your life, right? That's why people buy Mercedes or BMW or Bentley over Toyota or Honda, for example. Second one, I would say it's better for studio recording, all right? Although Mexican Stratocaster gives you string separation and presence and pretty good feel and tone, still it's slightly better on American-made. That's what I mean. String separation, like in this piece by Old Meola. Final point is resale value. Even though you pay more for American Stratocaster upfront, resale value is going to be way higher in the future compared to Mexican made. And I would say this way, if you want to keep a guitar forever, go for more expensive American made Stratocaster. If you're a beginner and you plan to trade in the future, of course, start with Mexican, get a feel of it, and when you're ready, trade in for more expensive guitar. And now, a little piece of Jimi Hendrix as a goodbye for this video.